back to the channel, Renegades. It's Ave Dominus New back again with more 40k content. And I'm back to talk about the Night Lords again. But more specifically, I'm here to talk about some of the factions that have come the closest to plucking the wings off the bat. That's right, I want to know who are the Night Lords' greatest rivals. But before I get into that, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're breaking down these traitors like an Inquisition interrogator, and you gotta be there for the journey. Also, lightning claws probably don't feel too good, and I don't want to fuck around and find out. Let's prepare to stand in midnight clad. For over 10 millennia, the Sons of Curze have been torturing, murdering, and causing enough havoc throughout the universe that the word fillet doesn't even apply to food anymore, just people. And as they chainglaive and lightning claw their way through life, it's easy to tell they've made a lot of enemies. From loyalist Astartes chapters, various dangerous Xenos, and even other Chaos Space Marines, the Night Lord's enemies are multifarious, so let's go ahead and break them down. Spoilers for these books are right here. If you've read them, you've got good taste. If you haven't read them, it might be a good look for you. I have to start with my honorable mentions. These are factions that hate the Night Lords more than a dermatologist would, but I haven't had a major battle or war against them. My first honorable mention is the Legion of Ravens. You know, those that guard ravens. Curze and Corvus are almost twins, and the two legions have somewhat similar styles of battlefield tactics. The Raven Guard are like stealthy ninjas, and the Night Lords are like less good ninjas who will pluck all of your eyelashes out one by one. The two legions almost came to blows in the Curze Primarch novel because Curze needed to murder some of his sons that were just killing people for no reason, for the fun of it. And keep in mind, this was early during the Great Crusade, if that sounds very normal to you. It's early. And Curze bombed a compliant planet to mask his actions. Corvus found out about that and confronted Curze, but the brothers and their sons never really scrapped. It was just a good scene if you like posturing and unironic brotherly tension. The second honorable mention is the Night Lords themselves, because if you have read any of the novels, you'll know that the Night Lords fuck each other up almost as much as any other faction. They're like blue torture orcs almost. Oi, that's some pretty skin you got there, Yumi. I've been working on my orc, don't make fun of me. Now for the real rivals, the Dark Angels. The Dark Angels were the Night Lords' main event during the Horus Heresy. We all know how secretive the Angels can be, but it's no secret that the Night Lords got their ass beat in the Thalmus Crusade. It's so bad that it's almost not even a rivalry. It's notable for all the trouble the Primarch still gave to the Angels. Curze was captured by the Lion and then escaped in their ship. Lion wasn't able to re-apprehend him like a realistic episode of Cops. And this allowed Curze to run around Orgrimmar and successfully break up the Primarch Triumvirate. It was only one campaign, but I think it's safe to assume that the Dark Angels hate the Night Lords almost as much as their fallen kin. The Salamanders. Next up are the Salamanders. These green-clad blacksmiths are like the mirror to the 8th Legion. While the Salis put protecting humanity first by laying their own lives on the line, the Night Lords protected humanity by laying humanity's lives on the line. And they're probably going to string you up and torture you with that same line. The first interaction is actually during the Great Crusade. They're called to conquer the same world that's inhabited by Exodite Eldar. It's like if Jeffrey Dahmer and Wayne Brady had a buddy cop film. At the end of one of the battles, Vulcan is attacked by a young Eldari woman, pretty much a child. He disarms her, but the Night Lords and Curze are watching, and rather than letting the Night Lords do their thing that they do best, excruciating her, Vulcan just burns her to a crisp, leading to Vulcan having some depression and the creation of a legendary meme. Also, there was that time that Curze killed Vulcan a bunch of times and then got his ass beat by a teleport device, leading to another legendary meme. It is also a hammer. Also, in the Night Lords trilogy, off-screen, Talos sent the Salamanders packing like Amazon Prime. So even till modern day, the rivalry still continues. Craft World Ulthwé. The Craft World Ulthwé. The most famous Craft World is the main antagonist of the third Night Lords book, Voidstalker. These geniuses got the idea in their heads, through premonition of course, that the prophet of the 8th Legion would destroy their Craft World if left to their own devices. Turns out they were only half right, because they created him through self-fulfilling prophecy. I swear every Craft World storyline is just a bad episode of That's So Raven. My bad, every storyline is just an episode of That's So Raven. Ulthwé sent Screaming Banshees and a Phoenix Lord to destroy Talos and his warband, but their apothecary, Vario the Flayer, was able to escape with his gene seed and put it inside a more qualified subject, Decimus, who ended up making his mission to fuck them up. I swear, if the craft world were to go extinct, it's because they keep stepping on rakes like this. Order of the Argent Shroud. Last but not least are the Order of the Argent Shroud, and I saved this one for last because this is generational beef. This is beef that's been cooking for so long that it's down to the gristle. The Argent Shroud are an order of Adeptus Sororitas, of course, but they've been being harassed for centuries by a Night Lord's warband. It's called the Warband of the Death of Saints. The Death of Saints is this really huge Night Lord who kills saints and mounts their heads on his trophy rack on the back of his Jansport. They show up every 100 years or so, maybe sometimes earlier, maybe sometimes later, but always when the Argent Shroud are not doing very well. They had just fought off a Tzeentchian invasion, who they call the Tyrant of the Blue Flame. I thought that was sick. And the DOS show up at their doorstep like they're cashing in money in the bank. He wasn't even looking for the championship belt. He was looking for the head of Saint Athenaea, his twin sister, which just happened to be one of their most cherished and protected artifacts. Why do the sisters insist on carrying around all their dead homegirls on the battlefield? Like, are they stupid? Respectfully. I guess duty really doesn't end in death. If you want more information about the book, check out my review of Morvenn Vahl. Spear of Faith is a great book. So that was the video. Who do you think is the Night Lord's biggest rival? And who else would you like to see the 8th go against? Personally, I'd like to see them fight the Raven Guard. I want the Dark Mirror match. I want the Shattered Mirror match. That would be napalm. Also, I'm almost done with Remnant Blade. Review coming soon. Keep an eye out for that very soon. This is Ave Dominus Noob saying Ave Dominus Nox.